Hello and welcome. My name is John Nielsen with the Frank IT Change Kit, the most creative, most cost-effective way to accelerate adoption of your IT, HR, and digital change projects. I appreciate your interest today. Thanks for being here and taking the time to watch this brief demo. My full contact information, of course, will be included at the end of our demo today, so please do reach out with questions about our IT change kits and certainly with questions about how you can take advantage of our deep discounts being offered right now. Some serious value being offered on all of the IT change communication modules that you'll take a look at in our demo today. So we'll look forward to hearing from you after the demo. Why are we talking? I think that you're pretty well aware of the state of the technology and digital industry landscape these days. Obviously, millions and billions of dollars being spent on technology, not so much on change communications, which can give rise to some serious challenges. You'll see some of that research summarized below. Some of the research going as far as to say that there's actually a state of crisis between technology groups and the rest of the business. And this isn't only a story about technology groups, it's one that can be applied to HR groups, financial groups, really any business function that's in charge of leading a digital transformation through their organization. If they're not communicating well and helping people understand the big picture so that people can take the actions we want at a personal level, there's going to be serious gaps and really a drag on accelerated engagement and adoption of your project. So that's what we can help with. We've been doing it since 2005. We've had the opportunity of accelerating the technology change journeys of a number of different organizations that you see pictured here, 12 different divisions of GE, and really having success in all industries of all organizations and shapes and sizes. And that's because at the core, again, of all of the digital transformation journeys of these organizations, and probably yours, what we're really shooting for is a human understanding. We're talking to people about why they should care, why they should get engaged, and why it's important to them that they do all that, given all the other change going through the organization. That's very human, that's very universal, and it's really allowed us to build what we're looking at today, the productized version of an IT change kit to support your success. Our IT change kits always include what we call our do-it-yourself organizational change management tools and worksheets. You'll see some of the examples here. We have 15 of them and some resistance buster tools as well that are always included. And these are offered to really help you set a solid long-term foundation for your change communications journey to help people understand what's going on and be successful in the long term. Shooting for sustained success here, of course. So you'll see the different types of topics that we cover here. All of these are delivered as PowerPoint files so that you can go into them and customize them based on obviously the specifics within your organization. And then before you launch your communications, you can have that solid foundation of understanding and precision targeting, knowing who you need to impact, where there's going to be resistance, and you can proactively deal with that in your strategy documents before you even start communicating. When you get into communicating, what we offer, and we'll take a look at today, are 27 different IT, HR, and digital change communication modules. All of our campaigns include the opportunity to skin them, if you will, with the creative themes that you're looking at here today. That's one of the big values of our ready-made IT change communication campaigns. And the other important thing that you need to know that really differentiates our IT change kits really from anything else that's out there in the market is everything is ready-made. We've written the copy, we've designed the posters and all of the tactics within each one of our modules. It's been art directed, and we deliver everything in PowerPoint and Word documents so that you can have full control over the editability of all of the tactics within the modules you choose. Long story short, that means your team can lean into some best practice change communication modules, professionally designed and written. No more late nights making up posters on the fly or sending out emails. No more weekends brainstorming, oh my gosh, how am I going to handle this change communication process when it's not even my job. I don't even know how to do that. Rest assured, everything that we've developed will help you hit the road running with all of our ready-made change communications. And the modules that I mentioned, we have 27 of those available in 3 different categories, starting on the far left. Sharing your vision modules. You'll see those listed from branding through build your own. I'll dive into a little more detail in just a second. Just want to give you the high-level overview of the 27 change communication modules available. The second column, you'll see supporting your systems. So if you're starting any one of these change journeys, implementing any of these type of business transformation technologies from ERP through DMS, document management systems, we have specific modules that map to the full life cycle of those type of implementations. And then in the third column are what we call our Inspire Your Culture modules, where this provides ongoing education about ongoing digital transformation within our organizations, working in the cloud, e-learning, data 101, and so on. Obviously, all of these are hitting our organizations in a very ferocious way, causing people to have to learn, understand, adopt pretty quickly. So we've got them covered from an educational perspective so that when it comes to actually implementing technology that supports any of these Inspire Your Culture module topics, people will have a better understanding at the get-go. And of course, again, that leads to more accelerated adoption of the new approaches. So when we take a look at Share Your Vision, here we have 5 modules that communicate a strategic plan, alerts, and updates. This is foundational. These modules are about creating that overarching narrative that so many organizations miss when they go into longer-term digital transformation. Help people, again, understand what's going on at the big picture so that they can be more engaged, of course, and then effective at a personal level, collaborating more, working differently. Of course, we're shooting for more adoption of the technology in all of these modules, in all of our projects, but just as importantly, we need to have a shift in mindset within and among employees as well. So that's what we're going here for with the branding module. Certainly ongoing projects talks about, as you're reading, new technology announcements, upgrades and process changes. Service desk speaks for itself. Roadshow is about equipping change champions at different sites or different parts of the organization to identify them and then equip them with tactics that can support their success from an organic level. And Build Your Own is, I often call that a booster pack in terms of it does offer 30 mini campaign templates, or you can take some of those templates and then add them to anything else that you're doing with the other modules that you purchase. On the far right, you'll see some samples of our service desk module in one of our themes, the Imagine theme. And the other thing to emphasize here, of course, each one of these modules has 30 to 40 communication templates or pieces available in them, all delivered in PowerPoint and Word documents, all completely editable, while the design and initial copy has already been created for you to work from. This is our Support Your Systems group of modules, 8 different modules, as I mentioned, that map to the life cycle of common enterprise IT implementations. We are technology agnostic, but of course, we've studied the SAPs and the Oracles and the Microsofts so that these modules specifically map to a standard 3, 4, 5-step implementation process. What's key about that is that the communications map directly to what's going on from a technology perspective. So when we snap all that together with process changes as well, you can go out using these modules with an extremely unified communications plan that pulls everything together so that, again, people are seeing the big picture, understanding the big perspective, and understanding how everything snaps together so that obviously that increases understanding, engagement, and adoption as well. I also want to make a note down below, if you haven't seen that yet, the FRANK IT Change Kit 60-Day Process, a powerful document that has all of our steps, best practice steps documented in it that you can follow very precisely if you want to get it done in 60 days. Obviously, it's been set up that way, but 60 days is a metaphor for us. That could be 60 weeks, it could be 60 months, hopefully not that long, but it gives you the opportunity to use this document in a very detailed way to move through the change process and leverage the IT Change Kit modules that you select as well. That's always included, and then obviously on the right, you're seeing some samples from our ITSM module in our popular illustration theme. When we move to Inspire Your Culture here, you'll see 14 different modules that our ongoing education pieces about all of these different, very disruptive and very powerful digital transformation topics, themes, and technologies that are hitting our organizations. So in the bottom right, you'll see some samples from our Moving to the Cloud module in our Frank Talk theme, very popular as well. And so here you're starting to get the picture. Out of these 27, you can mix and match based on the key projects that are going through your organization. Hence, you can have a very consistent, strong, unified change communications plan based on your change modules within your organization. Again, whether that's general digital transformation, focus more on HR, bringing in IT or technology. We often see a lot of these groups coming together to take advantage of the purchase opportunity and share some budgets as well, and then work together to launch, again, that cohesive change communications campaign. I mentioned a little bit about the themes. Just want to hit this real quick. After you're selecting your different modules and the content, we have the discussion about what creative theme you would like. Here you can see the 4 that we offer: Frank Talk, It's Time, Imagine, and Illustration. Some of our customers like to mix and match depending on what modules they select. Some customers select one theme for all of their communications for consistency of look, feel, and voice, of course. I think you get pretty quickly the difference in terms of the look and feel of these. What is consistent throughout is the copy, is the text, is the writing. We shot for about a 6th grade reading level to strip out all the complicated IT acronyms and language that sometimes can be resistances used as excuses by employees to say, this is too hard, I don't get it, i.e. I'm not engaged. So we've gone the other way and made all of the copy very conversational, approachable, and of course very understandable. Once you select your theme or themes, the content of your choice, and then we pack those up on easy to access e-folders, zip files, and we ship those to you so that you have all of that content and make it very easy for you to point and click access to everything that you've selected. Of course, there's a user guide there. And remember, we also include the change readiness tools as well, the worksheets and assessments that we took a look at that a lot of organizations miss up front. You should also know that all of our IT change kit materials and modules that we just looked at follow this best practice change process from preparation through to announce, train, and sustain. I said that we were technology agnostic. We're also change management agnostic in that all of our IT change communications will follow best practices such as ProSize, ADKAR, or Cotter, or Lewin, whatever you might be using within your organization. Our IT change communications will map to those best practice change management methodologies, and they will also, if you're not using any change management techniques, they will also have all of that baked into them so that you can know that, again, the legacy change management methodologies are included in all of our change communication modules. Here are just a couple of quick examples of how our prep, announce, train, and sustain on the left maps to, as I mentioned, ProSize ADKAR model, and on the right to Cotter. Lots of ROI, lots of opportunity. I said off the top, it's the creative, most cost-effective way to accelerate change within your organization. Up top, you'll see some of our quantifiable research that we use to stay in touch with our customers. A lot of speed, obviously, because things are ready-made, ready to go, and a lot more creativity. That all leads into a lot more awareness, engagement, and of course, accelerated adoption, which is what we're all shooting for. Below, you'll see some of our customer testimonials, some qualitative proof of the value of our IT Change Kit modules. Have a look at those. Please share those with your team. And we hope to continue the conversation so that you can be an IT, HR, or digital change communications hero. And we are serious about this because we've seen this time and time again. People who leverage our materials realize all these benefits and more. So please, as I mentioned, questions, reach out to me. You know where to find me. Here is all of my contact information at the bottom. Obviously, if you'd like to learn more and take advantage of our spring specials in play, some seriously deep discounts, you know where to find me as well. Thank you for your time today. Appreciate your initial interest and certainly look forward to continuing the conversation about how we can help accelerate your change communications journey. Thanks again. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.